It's me here, Be Unique. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. This video I am using Mini Breaker. I'm giving you several looks with this bad boy right here, you know. Are they the only looks that you can create with this palette? No. I'm making this video for those people out there that feel they cannot wear color and that it has to be neutral. No, you can wear color. You can have it wearable. It's, you know, they're pretty easy looks. They're nothing too dramatic or difficult. Am I a professional? No. Am I an expert? No. I am still learning. I'm learning new things and I'm practicing every day. So yeah, this is one of the looks here if you're interested on this kind of tutorial, I guess, tutorial-esque video. Keep on watching.
Okay, so here we are taking the double scoop on a fluffy brush, and we are going to start putting that all in the crease and buffing it upwards towards the brow bone, making sure everything is blended properly and adding the pigmentation that is preferred. Now with that same fluffy brush, we're going to take this orange with slightly glitter in it, Orange Crush, and we're also going to put that in the crease and outer corner of the eye, just to deepen it up a little bit. The first shade was a transition, and now this one is going to act as the second transition shade. So now going in with a clean fluffy brush, we're going to go back into the first shade, and we're just going to make sure that the two colors, where they meet, that they're blended seamlessly. So now changing brushes to a dense packing brush, we're going to take that brown shade Hot Fudge, and we're going to keep this color within the outer corner of my eye to further deepen that up, so you could see the difference there that shade is made. And then we're going to make sure everything is blended, and pigmentation again is where everything is where you want it to be. Now I'm changing the position of my brush to help me blend everything out. And now I'm going to switch it to a clean fluffy brush to make sure where the brown and that orange shade that we had applied previously is blended again. And then we're going to go in with that Orange Crush shade on that brush, just to bring back some of that pigmentation that we lost with the blending process. Now switching a brush to a denser crease brush, I'm going to take that same brown Hot Fudge and we're going to just deepen that up to add more drama and depth to the eye. Okay, now using the same brush but cleaned, we're going to go in with the first shade that we used, the double scoop, and we're going to use this to transition that brown into the lid. And then with the same brush, we're going to go into that bright orange shade Slice, and we're going to put it on the inner corner or inner part of the lid. So now here we're just adding a little bit of liner. You could add a wing to make it more dramatic, but I just wasn't feeling up for a wing. I don't know, like I'm very bad with my wings, so I just lined my lashes and, you know, just to add a little something there. But again, you can take any one of these looks and add as much or as little as you are comfortable with. So now on a clean smudger brush, we're just going to go in with this orange shade here, and we're just going to line the, you know, smoke out the bottom lash line, add some color down there. I really liked that orange shade. And this is the finished look. Again, if you add a wing, this look will be just as nice. Okay, so for the next look, we are taking this pink bubblegum shade on a clean fluffy brush, and we are going to start packing that on from the lid to the brow bone, just as, you know, the first transition shade that we're going to use. So what we're going to do is we're just going to blend everything out and make sure pigmentation is where it's preferred. So on a clean fluffy brush, we're going to grab this Hot Fudge shade here, and we're going to deepen up the crease and focus it on the outer corner of the eye to add some dimension. So here I am going back and forth, making sure that everything is blending, that the pigmentation is where I want it, that I can actually see it above my hooded eye. So with hooded eyes, you got to be very careful with that, because no matter how much you're putting in, if you're not placing the color correctly on your eye shape, you're not going to be able to see it once you open your eyes. Okay, so the next shade is Foreplay, and I'm taking this shade and just using a flat packing brush and just packing it onto my lid as a base for the next shade that I'm going to apply. I don't want to make this shade too pigmented because, again, I'm going to be placing a color on top. This is just to help blend the brown into that shade. Okay, so using a flat brush, I'm going to take the shade Oral, and this is the shade that I'm going to add some brightness to my eye, and I'm going to put that on top of the matte shade that we used previously just to help brighten everything up. Okay, added lashes and mascara, and that is the finished eye look. Okay, so for this look, we're going to take a fluffy brush, and we're going to take the color Foreplay, and we're going to add this as our first transition shade, so keeping it from my crease towards my brow bone area. We're not going any lower than that. We're going to make sure everything's blended and pigmentation is, again, where you guys want it to be, and that everything is, you know, how you want it to look. Okay, so here we are taking a shader brush, and we're taking the color Purple Punch, and we're going to start packing this color on the inner and outer corner of the eye. Now once the inner and outer corners are done, we're going to look straight ahead, and we're going to connect the two just above. As you can see, I'm trying to make sure I can see it above my hood. And then we're just going to connect those two, and it's going to be a little bit of a darker, smoky look. Here I am going back and deepening up the color, making sure pigmentation is where I want it, and blending across the top of my eye. And you see how I left that blank in the middle? That's where we're going to have our little halo or spotlight or whatever you guys want to call it. Now with a fluffy brush, we're going to take the color Foreplay, and we're going to blend that edge right there, soften it up, and, you know, get a nice seamless fade. Then we're going in with Bubblegum, and I'm putting that up towards my brow bone. I felt like I needed a little more of a transition. And now here I am going in with some concealer on a flat brush, and I'm going to add a base down for the halo. I'm packing it down and making sure I'm not going any further up. I don't want this to go too high up, but I still want to be able to see it when I open up my eyes. Again, taking in my eye shape to consideration. So once I'm happy with what I have down, I'm trying to blend the edges. That way they're not too harsh when I start applying the colors on top. Now on a flat tip brush, I'm going to take the color Bite Me, which is a dark purple shimmer, and I'm going to start placing this color with my flat brush on the edges of the concealer and the previous purple matte shade. We're going to start blending things together, and I'm trying to go for a gradient look. I'm keeping the middle blank, as you can see, because I want to add a lighter color there to add some dimension to the eye look. So I've cleaned my flat brush, and I'm going to take this lighter purple shade Oral, and I'm going to put that in the middle of that halo eye, and you can see what it's kind of going to look like. I mean, the center of that lid is just going to be the brightest color there. So I'm going back in with the color Bite Me because I want to bring back any pigmentation that was lost in the blending process, and also to further make sure that the lighter purple blends seamlessly into that darker shimmer shade. So here I am taking a large or medium-sized shader brush and taking the Purple Punch, and I'm just going to reinforce the inner and outer corner areas, kind of deepening the shades up a little bit. I felt like it wasn't, to my satisfaction. Now here I am just taking a smaller version of that brush, and I'm trying to focus the color in this specific area because I don't want to bring the color too far up. I don't want it to be too bold or too dramatic. Just enough that if you want, you can wear it throughout the day and, not look like a wackadoo. Now here I am going in with a clean, fluffy brush just to blend the edges out and make sure everything's going seamlessly within to the next shade. Okay, and then whatever was left on that shader brush, I'm just going to buff down on my lower lash line to add some color. And you can either add mascara, lashes, a winged liner, whatever you want to complete this look. I just left it as is. So for this look, we're taking Double Scoop on a fluffy brush, and we're going to focus this color as our first transition shade. We're going to build up the pigmentation just like we have done in the previous steps. Now on a flat brush, we're going to take this shade here, Slice, and we're going to start packing that down all over our lid. We're keeping this look super easy, super simple, but yet, again, you could add mascara, liner, anything you want to make the look more bold, dramatic, day to night type of stuff. So now on a denser brush, we're going to take that brown shade, Hot Fudge, and we are just going to add a little dimension to the eye look. So we're focusing this shade in the crease, making sure that, because again, with the hooded eye, that once you look straight forward or when your eyes are open, you'll be able to actually see the color. So just taking a clean, fluffy brush, going through, making sure everything is blending into each other seamlessly. Then on a dense packing brush or crease brush, I'm taking Orange Crush, and I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line. Not putting too much, we just want to keep the look very subtle, making sure everything is blended properly. Added lashes and mascara, and my look is done. Again, you could always add liner if you want more dramatic looks. So for this eye look, we're taking a fluffy brush and the shade Bubblegum and buffing that into my eye, slapping it on there. Doing nothing major with this look. We're keeping it super easy, super simple. Just a little pop of color for an everyday look. Now we're taking a fluffy brush and using the shade Orange Crush, and we are putting that on top of the lid. You can use a packing brush for this. I just wanted to use a fluffy brush, and then I slowly was building up the pigmentation to where I wanted it. I didn't want anything too crazy. I just wanted a subtle look for those people that, might want to dip their toes in the water when they're adding color. Here I'm just slowly adding a little more of that shade. Don't want to make it too bright. Now on a fluffy brush, I'm taking the shade Purple Punch, and I'm sorry, this is not even a fluffy brush. This is a shader brush, and I'm just going to focus this on the outer corner of my eye, just adding a slight depth to the eye look. Now I'm taking whatever was left on my fluffy brush that I used previously, and I'm just putting that underneath the lash line and keeping that very light. Now, I did not add lashes or mascara or liner. I just wanted to show you the base of this look. Do with this look what you will, people.
Let's see, I'm going to start with the shade right here, Hot Fudge. And I'm going to start by putting that in my crease. Like so. Okay. Now... and that's the difference. That eye. Just put my light on them. So let's see, I'm going to buff that in, and I'm gonna angle my brush downwards while still putting it in the crease. That way it kind of blends, like it fans out with the fluffy brush. And I'm gonna slowly take that up and make sure it gets blended properly. I'm basically just giving my eye a little dimension, because when we put down the base or foundation or whatever it is that you're using, it goes a little flat. I'm taking whatever's left and I'm just taking it on my bottom lash line on the outer corner. This is what we have so far. And then just make sure that they're even. Now, you could just leave this, add a little mascara, and be done with it. But I want to add a little pop of something, so I'm going to go in with that Slice color, that bright orange shimmer shade. Just make sure I have a clean brush, which is this one here. And you can use a flat brush. I'm just using like a packing brush or a shader brush. You could spray it. I'm not going to spray because I want to see how it goes down first. And I just want this all over the beginning part of my lid. Like that. It's just to add a little something. Nothing more. I'm going to add a little more. And I like what I'm seeing. It's pretty metallic. I'm just going to add it to the other eye. I'm not going to use any more product. And I want this on the inner corner as well because, or my tear duct, whatever you guys call it. I call it inner corner. I want to add some brightness there. You could add liner. You could add more of that color down here. You could do whatever you want. Makeup, sky's the limit. Okay guys, so I did the rest of my makeup. And I just threw on some magnetic accents and threw on a lip gloss, and that's it. Okay, you guys, so that's all of the eye looks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment down below on your favorite color combination of this mini breaker palette. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. What are you guys waiting for? Join this family. Once you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you'll be notified of future content. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!